Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Sorry that was me pretending to be Soul Clash of Clans, because today we're using his Root Rider army in Legends League. I'm talking about this army right here, and in case you guys didn't know, I'm starting a new mini-series of testing out different YouTubers' armies. Yesterday was episode 1 when we tested out Big Country's Thrower army. It was a ton of fun and it was the first of 10 videos that I'm going to be creating in this series. However, this is only episode 2 and I'm very excited to test out this army because, of course, I normally use the Rage Gem as opposed to the Eternal Tome on the Warden. But today we're going to test it out, and at the end of the video we're going to rank it on the scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the worst and 1 being the best. And over the next couple of weeks we'll be updating this ranking to find out which YouTuber has the best army and which YouTuber has the worst army. So let's get right into the first attack of the day. Alright, so let's get the party started with this base right here. Now, from what I understand, we need to make kind of like a short funnel with the RC charge. And then we're kind of going for a log launcher to kind of clear the funnel a bit more, I think. Okay, so let's go like this. I may need to just double check his approaches and stuff for different styles of bases after this, just because I do not want to fail, but it's in the name of fun today. So let's go for another Invis spell. Normally I'd have to use 4 Invis spells for my Root Rider army anyways, because of course I have to trigger the Invis tower somehow, and in this case I do actually have the resources to do that. I think maybe I could get this thingy majiggy, what is the thing called again, that down, and then go for a giant arrow like this. Perfect. A log launcher. Okay, and now I think we just chill for a second, right? Oh, I have a poison spell. That's weird, isn't it? Am I supposed to have poison? I think I'm supposed to have a poison, right? Okay. Let's chill for a second. Send in the king now. I think I'm doing this right. The no poison spell is kind of freaking me out a little bit, I'm not going to lie. But that log launcher is doing some great work. I think we will rage up at this point and probably pop the warden ability as well. I can't really tell how my troop health is doing, but I assume it's doing okay. Let's use the first overgrowth like this, because that town hall is quite scary. Lots and lots of damage. Let's go ahead, let's skelly spell this area here and pop the RC ability at this point. And I think we're looking good. Start up some super barbs over here. We also have 4 archers, which I'm not really too sure about. I don't really know why I'm going to need 4 archers. That is a little bit confusing in my opinion, but fine. We'll pop the ability S, everything does go in, and grab that town hall for me. And freeze this ricochet cannon in hopes that my RC will stay alive. And yeah, this is a 3-star. Probably about the same as Crush as it would have been if I used my normal Root Rider army, because of course I think you're going to have a better time with Invis bases with this army, because you can just giant arrow and trigger the Invis tower. Sometimes when I use my normal Root Rider army, I actually struggle to trigger the Invis tower. But first impressions, whether this was a good army, I'm going to double check a couple of the approaches on his channel before we get to the next hit, but let's get right into it. So one thing that I realised is Soul doesn't actually always use the log launcher. He kind of only does it when there's actual value that he can get, which obviously does make sense. Now for this base, I think a log launcher is probably suitable. And I'm thinking like into the mono or something like that. Maybe if we could spirit walk these ricochet cannons, right? I mean, it seems pretty straightforward. Should be quite an easy funnel to actually set. We do have the minion prince there, which is going to be slightly annoying. But I think I should probably only be able to set this funnel with only 2 Invis spells. So I probably will just save the rest, maybe. We'll try and get down this air defense. And I think I'm going to use the giant arrow actually slightly differently to set the funnel like over here. And go like this with the log launcher instead of what I was doing last time. And then we're going to try and push the Root Riders into the Rage Tower, as opposed to kind of hoping that they're going to go in. We'll see how that works, but okay, Valks. Okay, it looks like we set the funnel inward, which is great news. Looks like we got the minion prince on our Root Riders, which is a bit awkward. Again, no poison spell really does freak me out a little bit. We'll rage as we go into the base here. And we'll just pop the ward ability now. Can someone kill that minion prince, please? My goodness. Okay. Let's overgrowth this fire spitter. Make sure everything's kind of going forward. And we'll just rage up again. We'll Invis spell because there's a lot of damage here. We'll go ahead. We'll go another wall break spell. Wall break spell? Wall breaker. One of those dudes up there. A couple of archers. I'm not really sure about the archers as well. That's the other thing I feel like there's probably a better use case for like 4 housing space. Maybe a wizard would be better than the archers, but at the same time, if you are like luring the CC, then it can definitely help to have all of those archers. I'm not 100% set just yet. Anyways, can we freeze both of these guys? No, we can't. Well, we have the king ability actually. I didn't even realise. And yeah, this one is going to be another 3-star. Pretty happy so far. I don't know if it's better than Big Country's army though. I mean, we've only attacked Invis bases, so it's a bit too quick to judge this army just yet. Let's see if we can find a different style of base, and maybe we'll have a different result. Alright, next base, we have a double poison set up, and I think this is a good one for log launcher, right? If I enter in the opposite side of the town hall, sorry for my sniffles, I should be able to take down this merge thing first, and then kind of run across like into the Inferno Tower, and then into the monolith. But where do I want to spirit walk, because I expect both of these sides are baited. Okay, we just have to do something. Let's go here, I guess. Just hope it's not baited. There is obviously the Giga Bomb. I'm not really too sure if it's that big of a deal if my fox does die. But let's find out, I suppose. Hopefully she goes to the fire spitter here. Okay, hopefully she does go inward. If we could even avoid that giant Giga Bomb, that would be great. But we have the funnel set. Let's just trigger it and get out of there. Perfect. Okay, so let's go with the giant arrow like this. Then the log launcher, and then the skelly spell. But that was a little bit late. Unfortunately, my giant is going to take some damage. Perfect. That poison triggers. I should have saved that skelly spell. Definitely, that's a mistake. But we should be okay still. Let's start everything up. Another headhunter. Great so far, so good. Let's go ahead and try and control the path a little bit more. Let's rage into this section here. I think I'm going to think about maybe the warden ability now. Rage these guys up, and we'll overgrowth something like this, because that stuff is being annoying over there. Okay, getting a little bit messy here. We do want to keep that queen alive, and it is slightly harder because we don't have like a plan B for her, and as well we don't have any way to take on that furnace, which is definitely something that I'm struggling with. I feel like you do really need the poison spell in this meta, especially if it's like a triple furnace CC. Then I'm going to be in trouble, right? But I think we do have this one. We probably can just swag the RC ability. So yeah, overall pretty happy with this one. Could I have maybe done it better on my army? Honestly, I don't even know. I think the log launcher was definitely great in this case. But you know, should the funnel on the RC have gone wrong, I might have been in a bit more trouble with this one. Now we do swag the RC ability though. And I'm not gonna lie, this army is a lot of fun. I do enjoy this army, but again, I don't know if it's better than Big Country style army. Let's just get into the next attack of the day. Alright, next hit then, we have a rage base. I think I saw him attack this base, and I'm pretty sure he went with a log launcher into the mono. And it should be quite a good skelly spell as well. So if I just spirit walk either side of this mono, then I should be good. The question is, which side I want to spirit walk. Normally I go with the right side, because I feel like traditionally the left side of the base is definitely more baited. Also 6 o'clock, it just feels like the default spot to bait, you know what I mean? But yeah, we'll go into this 3 o'clock compartment here with the expo, and we should be able to get a decent chunk of value. I believe there are quite a lot of traps around this bomb tower and queen compartment of the base here, so we'll get out of here sooner than later. And is it worth going for another Invis spell? I don't think it is. So we'll go with an archer here, and we'll go with a skelly spell right there. Then we'll go with the giant arrow, followed up by the log launcher. And then we'll just chill for a moment as I kind of I'm a little bit worried about some maybe pathing issues, but we'll go in with the Root Riders now, make sure we got everything going nice and good. Perfect. King's going to funnel those Valks in, hopefully. Well done, King. And look, we even got the Crusher Mortar down, which is very good. And we trigger the Rage Tower, which is awesome stuff. The question is, are the roots going in or not? I'm going to overgrowth like this. Perfect, that's exactly what I wanted. We'll go with the double Headhunter into that section there. And let's see how we're looking. I think we're going to need maybe a free spell on that stuff, because that's quite a lot of damage. And it's not currently being supported by the Warden, so we'll do that much. And we do have that Invis spell. We are going to have this Rage Tower, which is definitely going to be a pain. We're not there yet. We are definitely not there yet. Let's pop the King ability now and Invis everything up. And we'll go with a Wall Breaker, try and get the King inward. See if we can maybe snipe some of these buildings. Okay, I think we are going to get it. It's pretty close though, I'm not going to lie. I don't know if maybe, like, my Root Riders kind of split. And it kind of made me pop my Warden ability a little bit earlier than maybe what I should have. Maybe I should have held it for a little bit longer. And we kind of got this weird split where some went in, some went out. And the RC split from the core with the Warden. So, you know, it's a 3-star. It wasn't as good as... I mean, that was a close one, right? But look, let's get into the next attack of the day. Maybe we can use the Troop Launcher at some point today. But so far, good impressions. So for no apparent reason, my voice memo decided to end. I've got no idea why. But right here, I was saying that I could have re-repeated my approach. But because the Monolith is in line with the Rage Tower, and there's actually not anything in that Rage Tower, I wanted to offset my Log Launcher slightly so that it would hit the Crusher Mortar and the Multi-Inferno, which is definitely more value than the Monolith and the Rage Tower. So basically what I was saying here is I need to take down this mono for that to be possible. So I used an Invis spell to redirect the RC into the base right there, as you can see. So I was able to take down the mono with the RC charge, and I went with one more Invis spell just to clear the expert, as I did think it would be quite an annoyance. I can't actually remember if I was able to get the multi-arch tower down as well. I suppose we'll both find out in just a moment. Yeah, it looks like I did get it down. So you can see now I have this really nice log launcher into the Crusher Mortar and the Inferno Tower, which I was actually very proud of. But of course, my favourite attack for the day, my voice memo just decides to end for no apparent reason. I honestly have no idea why. Anyways, as you can see, we go with the log launcher in here with the Root Riders, the Warden, the King, all the rest of it. And I've been really enjoying this army, I'm not going to lie. I mean, we'll talk a little bit more about that later in the video, of course. But yeah, this army was a lot of fun for me. Definitely nice to try out different variants of all these armies. It's such a fun series for me, so I really hope you guys are enjoying it as much as I am. But anyways, the biggest issue that I was really having was I didn't have the Poison spell, and that Furnace is definitely quite annoying. And at this point, we kind of have this split, and my Warden today was just not playing ball. He decided to follow the Queen and the Giant as opposed to like all of the Root Riders. So God knows what he was thinking. I went with like a bit of a panicky freeze on that Minion Prince in the Town Hall. That wasn't actually a good freeze at all. But as you can see, we were just able to power through, and we do have the RC and the King ability at this point. I went with the Skelly Sound Set Ricochet Cannon. Probably could have swagged it. It didn't really do a whole lot because the Ricochet Cannon is already distracted on the Giant there. But yeah, this was a 3-star. And yeah, overall very happy with this attack. This is definitely my cleanest attack of the day. So I definitely have the approach for this base down if I do find it again, although different YouTubers army tomorrow. Hope you guys are excited for that one, but let's get into the next attack of the day. Alright, next attack. We have another base which should be good for the log launcher approach into this Ricochet Cannon, I think. Or we could go with like a... Yeah, actually, wait. I've seen... Is this my buddy's jar base from my Clan War League video? I think it is actually, isn't it? That's cool. Maybe this isn't from my Clan War League video, but it's definitely the same base. So this will be quite fun. It's my friend, or my clan leader, I suppose, Jar's account. I feel like my game mod is really loud. I'm just going to turn it down a little bit. Sorry, did I say his account? I meant his base from last Clan War League season. I wonder if this is the same traps. I know some of the traps are in this area around the fire spitters. But so far, the Spirit Walk is going really, really well. I think one more Invis is going to be needed, just kind of get rid of some of this trash buildings here, which is just going to kind of get in the way of my log launcher with my Queen. So we can recall here, go with a couple archers here, and go with the Queen in this little pocket here. And just like that, bang, bang, bang. Let's go for the Ice Golem. Okay, Queen is doing a good job here. Oh, wrong troop. Okay, that's fine. That works out as well, I guess. That's definitely one thing, is when the army order gets switched up every single day, it's really going to throw me off because, well, most of the army order is literally like muscle memory, I'd call it, and there's so much damage. And we're getting a split. Okay, I'm going to pop the ward ability, I think. We'll go with this overgrowth here. Okay, we're under Eternal Tome, looking okay. RC is splitting a little bit, which is not ideal. Let's go for a Skelly spell here. This is again where I feel like the rage spells are just not going to be as useful as if I had like Invis spells and freeze spell or something, right? But maybe I'm wrong. I think we do have this one though, maybe. It all depends if I can really keep my Royal Champion alive, I feel like. We need to use this freeze here. And let's go for some super barbs on this area. Just try and distract to the multi-archer tower. And hopefully the RC can finish this one off for me. Again, it's another 3-star, so wow. That one was getting a little bit dicey. I'm not going to lie, there was a ton of damage at the start. And I kind of had that weird split. Because my log launcher wasn't quite able to take down the mono. Which is probably why... I mean, if I was going to use this army permanently, I'd probably drop a rage, maybe gain an extra freeze spell, but also gain an earthquake spell, because the log launcher does feel quite underpowered without the earthquake spell. It does tons of damage. It makes you get through things much easier. If you have seen my hard mode video, you will see the strength of the earthquake spell. But triple is a triple. Let's get into the next attack. Alright, second to last hit, and another base which should be good for this log launcher approach, although I'm not 100% certain about that. This is definitely a weird looking base. The builder huts are going to make my life a lot harder with the log launcher there, so I'm probably not going to log launcher that section of the base. Maybe, should I try and log launcher the town hall? Is that a bit ambitious? I'm going to try it. Because I feel like the other side is just going to get dicey. Those builder huts are going to slow down my log launcher significantly. Again, if I had an earthquake spell, and I would have been able to earthquake that whole monolith section. Oh, damn. Yeah, that would have been a lot easier. But it's unfortunately not the case. We are just using Soul's army, which is to make it fair, make sure I'm not biased when I'm choosing the favourite army and whatnot. I probably could have got a bit of damage off on the town hall there, which would have helped. Okay, let's do it. I don't know how well this is going to go, to be quite honest. I'm going to try and distract the town hall, because otherwise it is going to target the log launcher pretty early on. And I'm not going to lie, this isn't looking great so far. But that being said, the town hall is being targeted by the Queen. Let's use our first rage spell. Beautiful ice golem in the core there. I think this is a good chance for the warden ability. Let's cut off the damage from this section of the base here. My warden is just like so like... It feels like he is just not locked in today whatsoever. Do you know what I mean? Like, what is he doing with the Queen in the core? Like, this guy is trolling me a little bit. Bad double headhunter. I meant it to go to the minion prince, but that has not happened. But look, this is definitely a 3-star. So far, very impressed with this army. I won't lie, it's very strong. It's very good. I would probably recommend, although I'm not very certain yet. Again, I'm not sure if it's better than Big Country's Thrower army. A lot of these attacks seem to get pretty close, which I definitely do not like. I do not like my attacks being close. Maybe that's just like my own like weird OCD that I have with my Root Rider army, where I just don't like, if like any attack's close, I'm like, yeah, no, this was a terrible attack. But maybe it just happens naturally with this army. We'll pop the king ability now, and it should just jump through the rest of the buildings. Yeah, perfect. So another 3-star. second to last attack of the day. Let's get into the last hit of the day, and then, of course, the ranking for the video. Alright, final hit for the plus 320. We have this incredibly common... what is this base? Oh, double rage ring base. So, I think I want to lug launcher the... where should I lug launcher? Maybe I could Spirit Walk here, lug launcher this kind of central bit here. Go into this rage tower, maybe overgrowth that one and just kind of go into the town hall. Okay, we just have to place down our RC. Hopefully she can get into this ring of defenses here. Otherwise we are going to be in trouble. Yes, well done RC. Okay. Couple of traps. Wow, we took a ton of damage there. So I'm just going to go down to double cycle because I don't want to take any risks. We need to put a super barb down. Make sure the funnel is properly set. One more Invis spell to get this fire spitter down. I think it's worth it. And let's get out of there. Okay, so my plan now was to go like this to get rid of this annoying crushing mortar. I wish I had more like ice golems as well. That's definitely a thing. Okay, here we go. Do need to keep an eye on our queen. She is going to be in some trouble all on her own over there. So let's start the barbarian king. Looking good so far. I need to keep an eye on our root rider health because we do not have the raised up healing as we normally would. I'm going to overgrowth this whole section now. And this was my plan, yeah. Oh, my queen died. Oh boy, okay, can we... Oh, and the Gigabomb was slightly awkwardly positioned, so it is going to hit me, which is unfortunate, but it is also not good for me. So we got a nice Skelly spell down. And... Oh, there's some Troll Teslas. Do we have any more Troll Tesla? No, I don't think we do. So that's good. The question is, can the Royal Champion and the Warden finish his base up? Oh, and wait, what? That Troll Tesla could be the death of me today. I think with the ability and the free spell and the Phoenix there, which is doing some great tanking. Oh, go on. Oh, okay, watch this. Please break. Please break. No. Okay, so what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to pop the RC ability here. I think we do have time, regardless of everything else. So we'll just chill for a second. I think we probably swag the free spell, to be fair. Again, just it's close, and it's too close for my liking. Normally I want the bases to be a little bit more crushed than this. So I'm not going to lie, I don't know where it's going to go on the rankings. I'm going to have to think about it for a little bit, but it was another plus 320 day, which I'm very, very happy with. Having a ton of fun of these armies early season, and the bases today were definitely better, which is one thing to consider. But let's get into the ranking for today's army. Alright, so there we go. All hits are done, and we did get plus 320 once again, which I'm very, very happy with, of course. The whole idea of this series was to maybe like not go perfect for a load of days, but I'm struggling a little bit, I guess. Anyways, as you can see, we did get all the army hits done for the day. And yeah, I mean, in terms of the ranking, I may be a little bit biased because I do not really like the Eternal Tome on the Root Riders. But our ranking currently stands. We have Big Country in number 1, and that's it. So, Soul, Army, Eternal Tome, Root Riders is going to go in number 2, in my opinion. I don't think it is as good as the Big Country Thrower army. That army was so much more fun than this one. And although this one was strong, there was definitely some close attacks. Maybe my approaches weren't as good. But considering that I have never used throwers before and I was able to do better than this Root Rider army, really does show that the Big Country's army probably is better. I did take into account that, of course, my bases that I attacked today were worse than the ones that I attacked yesterday. But nonetheless, that is my first ranking. There we go. Big Country number 1, Soul number 2. But that is all for today's episode. We'll be back tomorrow with a brand new army and a brand new YouTuber. So I hope to see you guys for that one. Goodbye.